Welcome to Softcore History.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Softcore History. I am your host for this week, Rob Fox, and I am joined, as always, by my two ever uncurious co-hosts, Dan Regester and Jake Goldman.
What does uncurious mean?
It means the opposite of curious.
So why would you say that to
I don't know. I didn't want to say
I'm
curious.
so curious.
Yeah. By the way, this episode, I feel like is going to fuck with your world.
My world in
I was
particular?
writing this whole episode, and I was like, oh, this is going to give Jake like a lot of anxiety.
That's
Not hard to do with Jake.
Yeah.
I know, but even for, I mean, I thought I would even, I was like, even for Jake.
To give you a clue on how anxious I am, I got torn up by mosquitoes this weekend in Georgia. Probably have monkeypox now. I'm just going to be honest with you.
West Nile.
West Nile pox. Yeah.
That's not how you get monkeypox.
Well, me and the IDF boys, we were out in Georgia, right? And they were like, hey, man, if we go to this petting zoo.
We go to this rave.
This rave, man. You give this guy $50, you can fondle a monkey.
All right.
So you don't say no to that.
That's also not how you get monkeypox.
I have no idea. I don't give a fuck about monkeypox. I was just joking.
You get it by having weird rave sex.
With monkeys?
No, with a man.
Oh, is that like a thing they're already
The
talking about?
CDC is like talking about
Of course
that.
they are. Yeah, they really narrowed that one down.
I like to think
fast.
that it wasn't actually from gay dudes. It was just like some sick fuck brought a monkey to a rave. You know what I mean? Like somebody like brought a capuchin to a rave and was like, this will be sick. And
That was just dealing little drugs.
the monkey started just seizing out and biting people.
The
Like the
little
strobe
monkeys-
lights sent it into a rage.
But he like crawls off the drug dealer's shoulders and just goes from tent to tent handing out little Molly pills.
Like the Indiana Jones monkey. Like
Yeah.
it steals but in reverse. Like it gives.
It gives.
Yeah.
It's just Bonzo goes to base nectar or whatever.
Basically.
Yeah. Okay.
What was that terrible George Costanza monkey movie? Dunstan Checks In.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, Dunstan checks in.
That's a deep cut. I don't know that one.
You don't know Dunstan Checks In? What about Ed, the one where the chimp plays third base with Joey? A lot of NBC sitcom stars in the 90s did terrible monkey movies.
There was a little run.
There was a ton of, like, there was Congo, Micho Young.
That's all movies, though.
No, Congo was dope, though, because that was just killing monkeys with the fucking laser at historic ruins.
What else are you going to
So
do
we're
there?
tying it into
Full circle, baby.
Of course.
That's right.
It really is just like a monkey with a or they're killing monkeys with a laser,
I mean,
while other monkeys tell them to do it.
what is life but that?
People
really?
don't understand. Like Michael Crichton wrote like Jurassic Park and The Lost World, which are like mainstream hits and shit like that. And he wrote the original Westworld as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it was a movie. It wasn't a book.
No, I saw the original Westworld. It's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah. But yeah, so he did Jurassic Parks and that was dope. But like most of everything else he wrote was like airport fiction nonsense.
Oh, really? Okay. I mean, I could see
I mean, it was fun.
yeah.
It's fun.
There's nothing wrong with fun.
Right.
We don't have to have a lesson after a movie.
But like, I mean, he wrote a book about killing monkeys with a diamond laser.
yeah, while other monkeys told him to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
He was one of our great living authors.
Isn't that just Planet of the Apes?
No, kind of, but no. I mean, it's just killing monkeys. Either way, it's killing monkeys.
Yeah. Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes was the best one.
I would go against that. But anyway, welcome to Softcore History. Like and subscribe on Apple and Spotify. Make sure you leave a review if you're on Apple in particular. Spotify smartly does not let anyone leave reviews, like written reviews.
Right. But Apple does.
Apple does.
Please help us climb up the charts.
Yeah.
And manipulate those motherfuckers
Dan will post your reviews on his or
by leaving
Softcore
a
social media.
funny review.
This
Yes.
is the longest running bit we've done on the show, by the way.
What?
Saying that we'll. Oh, do
No,
you
he
actually
does.
post
No, I
it?
actually
Do you
post
it?
them on Instagram.
Do you
Yeah.
really
post them on
does,
Instagram?
yeah.
Okay.
He's on
We
top of
never
it.
read them on here. We've said we were going to read them.
We will one day.
One day we will read them. We need enough.
Our last episode will just be the history of our reviews.
It's funny if you go deep enough. It's like all the reviews from our college football show.
Yeah, that we just use the same feed for.
Unofficial visit.
Yeah.
Do not forget also to subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/softcore. What did we do last week? Roanoke? Was Roanoke
Roanoke,
last
It was
week?
Roanoke, yeah.
Roanoke last week. We have are you doing one tomorrow?
We got an episode that's going to drop Wednesday.
Yeah, but we're recording tomorrow, but it
Yes.
drops Wednesday. Yeah.
Street beef.
Ooh, new street
the
beef?
beef?
New street beef. Haven't figured that out yet.
That's how we do things around
It's a
here.
future Dan
That
problem.
is
Yeah.
how we do things around here. And that's okay. That's fine.
Hey, what else we got going on? Friday
As we
night.
said on the clip we posted on our Instagram today, we're not proud of what we do.
No.
That was a great clip, by the way. I'm glad you cut that. That was good from the last couple episodes. But
Well, we did say it. So
yes.
not a whole lot of work for me to do. I just had to cut it.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was a
thanks
pretty
for doing
straightforward
that.
clip.
Yeah.
Because we don't like to tell people what we do.
No. We're ashamed to really.
Not proud of what we do.
Now that I'm unemployed, I'm just gonna take that clip and upload it as my resume.
Yeah, I do have to say,
That's
by the
what I
way, the only thing that it brings me more shame than like telling people I'm a podcaster is if actually I thought about this later. If someone gets excited about it,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no,
Pretty big red flag.
yeah.
Or furthermore, they actually listen to our podcast and that becomes their entire personality.
Has anyone done that yet?
I hope not.
I hope not.
Dude,
Yeah.
I don't
Run-
want to meet the person that becomes their personality is formed by us.
If I
dribbling up
meet
here.
you and you just talk like me, I'm going to run far, far away.
Or you might fight them to the death, like doppelganger
no.
style.
No, it's a
Just
Terminator
run.
situation.
Yeah, just get the
where I
fuck out of
run.
there. Yeah, just get the fuck out of there.
Dan, you ready for some Lonesome Dove Friday?
I am. So I won the contest.
Yeah,
Big
ladies and
shocker.
gentlemen.
Now, my wife says, she's like, I need you to tell Dan and Jake that this is also my birthday dinner because all three of your birthdays are in orbit of each other. Mm-hmm. I would prefer that you guys did not acknowledge it.
Right.
I was going to say, it's kind of messed up that she just wants to make it about her once again.
Crazy.
All the time, huh?
It's her actual birthday, right?
No,
No,
that
her
was
birthday was 2 days
she
ago.
gets
It was
nothing
Saturday.
then. We're not
Yeah.
even
It's
paying
none
for
of
it.
your actual birthdays.
Well, we're not going to pay for her.
It's Dan's handsome celebration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a celebration of Dan's handsomeness.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you're
you
not
gonna-
aware, Dan is the most handsome of me and Dan.
Now, are you going to rub that in Jake's wife's face?
You have to think so, right?
Yeah.
I would probably guess
Yeah,
so.
because Dan won
I did look at the
handsome-
votes. She actually voted for you. So
Yes, she did. She did vote. My wife did vote for me. Yes, that would have been a rough day for me, dude. If I scrolled through the list, there's a
What was family dinner like after she found out you lost?
I was withheld food. Food was withheld from me.
Yeah.
and I was pointed to the garage, and the heat was turned up.
Yep. That's where your
Sweated off?
Yeah,
your weight set is.
that is where my weight
The
set
weight
is.
set that I sold you.
That's right.
My COVID weight set.
Yeah, I'm using his COVID weight set to get rid of my COVID weight gain.
I
right
spent
now.
so much time and effort trying to put together that little gym that Jake now owns. During COVID, I'd have to go to Academy Sports.
Weren't you working at a gym during COVID?
Before COVID.
Okay.
And then the gym closed during COVID.
Okay.
And you had to go to Academy Sports. You had to track the shipments. And it was a mad rush. Like every Tuesday morning, trying to get kettlebells and barbells and everything.
Must have been
Jesus
a big old
Christ.
line of warriors, huh?
What?
Just, yeah, just a bunch of
Because every
CrossFit
gym in
dudes.
America was closed, so you had to
Yeah.
build your own gym.
Yeah, I went to Bastrop to get like this rinky-dink barbell set, and they knew what they had there. Everything was way overpriced.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
All sounds terrible. I just went running and drank like an adult.
Running's gay.
I don't even disagree with that. All right? I don't. But I do it. Jog. I got some fun music blaring in my ears, some beats, some fucking, a bop. Some, maybe
Yeah,
some
you're
Harry
not-
Styles,
you're-
some Carly Rae Jepsen.
you're just piling up. now.
I'm almost dancing through my neighborhood, to be quite honest.
Are you just like sashaying to Carly Rae?
Yeah, I honestly, every time I jog through my neighborhood, I just wait for like some high schoolers who are drunk on the like weird like liquor wine that 7-Eleven sells.
I feel like you also run like a T-Rex.
Do you T-Rex arms?
No, I definitely don't. And I'm easily the fastest person sitting at this table.
Not a chance.
100%.
Not a fucking prayer.
Oh, yeah. I could be in a race. No,
Oh,
problem.
we got another competition
Oh
already,
my God.
folks.
All right,
All right.
Are we doing long distance or short?
I'll time it.
no, 40 time.
You want to do 40s?
All
Yeah.
right, well, I'll have to pop my hammies, but I'll still be.
I will challenge nothing, but I'll.
I'm
compete.
I'm more of a sprinter than a distance runner for sure.
Yeah, you just scream. Your body screams. I sprint.
All right. It's fine.
Guess I gotta fucking put another person in their place.
In before indoor soccer comes up.
I'm so ready. Yeah, indoor soccer.
I play indoor soccer.
I actually kind of run.
What do you mean?
I actually kind of run too.
I run before like wrestling. I run. I do cardio. I mean, I do cardio.
Sick. Me too.
So you're a closet runner?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is me coming out as a runner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. I hate fucking cardio.
You got to.
That's why he eats carbs again, because he accidentally started doing too much cardio.
I lost so much weight. It started to melt off.
From the cardio?
Well, I had to walk for a while, for 2 months, because I didn't have a
He
truck.
had to walk through
Oh, yeah.
homeless camps because his car was broken.
Occasionally, I had to run from the homeless people.
Yeah.
Did you really have to run from them?
It got a little sketch every now and then.
So you ran before you saw anything.
I think probably just a nice homeless person was offering him drugs.
It's like, hey, man, you want some
you don't
fence?
stick around and ask questions. You run
Just run away.
when they have a shank.
Well, speaking of homeless settlements, that's a good segue into our topic.
Probably not, but okay.
No, it is.
Okay.
It is. Based on the topic we're talking about today and how I know the people who live behind Dan's apartment complex live, it might be an extremely similar set of civilizations.
Okay, cool.
Like, truly.
Right.
One of the first episodes we ever did, like, literally, it might have been my first or second episode, was basically about, like, funny, like, letters and tablets that were uncovered in the world's oldest cities. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes,
about, like,
I do.
that kid writing his parents in ancient Samaria or Babylon or something, bitching about how they didn't buy him nice enough clothes for his school.
Yeah, now he looks poor.
And he looked poor.
Yeah,
And this
I
is
remember
like
that.
fucking like 5,000 BC. And he's like, God damn it, Mom and Dad, I look poor.
Yeah, there's that one, and there's the one about the guy defrauding people with shitty ingots.
Yeah. So we did that. Those were from like Sumerian city-states like Ur. Those are basically the oldest urban centers man ever created. There are other ones too. Like Sumeria is kind of the famous one, but I mean, obviously there was ancient Egypt was around the same time. There's there's some shit in China, some shit in India, Elam, which is the Arabian Peninsula, and then there was actually something in South America too. But it was all around the same time.
Yeah.
5,000 BC. And I say BC, by the way, before Christ, not BCE.
Sure, that's fine.
What is BCE?
Before the Common Era.
Before the Common Era. And that's atheist bullshit.
Yeah.
Don't keep the Christ out of my history.
Please don't.
Both Christ and history have HIS in it, and there's a reason for that.
They also have Tory.
Are you a conservative British politician?
Yeah, Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah, sure.
What's
Why
up,
not?
dude?
I mean, whatever. Sure, why not? So things like farms and like settlements preceded those urban centers, obviously, but like those were the first cities. Or so we thought.
Oh, you find another group of like things predating shit by 10,000 years?
Until very recently.
You're discovering civilizations now, huh?
I am, yeah, me personally.
Yeah.
Until very recently, we thought those were the first cities. We have, like I said, very recently discovered another, and it predates those cities.
By how many years, Rob? Okay, sorry.
I'll get to that.
Okay.
It predates those
So much
cities,
setup for this.
I know.
What is happening?
and it's covered in dicks.
There it is.
This is the story of the lost city of Wieners.
There's your left turn, folks. There's your left turn.
By Shyamalan Twist.
Yeah.
The lost city of Dick.
The lost city of Wieners is what I'm titling this episode.
There you go.
Yeah. Because I think Dick might ding us, and I don't want to do that.
It will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lost city of Wieners should maybe...
Or just the lost city of Dicks is just dudes named Dick.
Yeah, or like
Lost City
jerks.
Richards. Yeah.
Right? Like just guys who are mean. Like
Yeah.
guys who are like petty and spiteful.
It's just where Dick Cheney lives now.
Well, he lives in Wyoming.
Yeah.
He could create his own.
We don't know where
there's
this lost
there's
city
nothing
is.
lost about Dick Cheney. We know where Dick Cheney is. He's fly fishing right now.
Do we know where he is? Do you ever know where he is?
Yeah, I mean, he telegraphed where he was. That wasn't the problem.
He did yell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But knowing where Dick Cheney was never the issue.
Right.
With Dick Cheney. Of all the issues with Dick Cheney.
It's not where he was?
Yeah, it was. You probably.
There's a couple rooms he probably shouldn't have been
people
in. but-
vaguely knew where he was. Yeah.
Yeah, the vaguely part's the problem. It's like where exactly.
Generally knew where he was.
Yeah.
I should say. So, the fact that this city and its residents were obsessed with Wang was, and we'll get into that. By the way, we'll get into their dick obsessions. That's only the second most important thing about this city. So, ancient Egypt, the Indus Valley, Sumer, like 5,000 to 6,000 BC. Give me guesses on what how old you think this city is.
Is it the same region?
Yeah, more or less.
Like Tigris Euphrates kind of?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's at one of the ends of the Fertile Crescent.
10,000 BCE?
25,000 BC.
That would be insane.
Well, first off, you're closer. It's about 11 to 13,000.
That's fucking wild.
And that is still fucking insane.
Yeah, that's really long.
This city predates writing. It predates pottery. It predates agriculture.
But it doesn't it sets the date for dicking, like dick stuff.
But they love dicks.
Huh.
They love fucking
That
dicks.
kind of makes sense, though, right?
I mean, yeah.
First thing
And by the way,
you're going
they're-
to relate with is what you use to
make other things.
procreate. Yeah.
You're pretty into the wiener pretty quick. I can tell you that my child already grabs his dick every time I change his diaper.
That's kind of a flex
Right?
on you.
And then he shakes it at me. And I'm like, I get it. It's bigger.
Then he calls you a pedophile.
Yeah.
Stop grooming me.
Yeah. He's like, why do you keep grooming me? You like this?
Gross.
Well, he's the one that's doing it. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I don't.
He's Louis C.K. in you.
Yeah. I'm like, no, I don't like this, Rory. And he's like,
He's going to be a great comedian.
So
He
just
is.
shut up about
He's
it.
gonna be hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. He already is.
Especially with his misshaped head. He's going to have to be funny.
Well, it's reshaped now. We reshaped. We actually robbed him of a lot of humor by reshaping.
Yeah, you
his
robbed
head.
him of a personality.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Well, I just won't
now
get-
he's just wagging his dick everywhere. See what you
maybe,
did?
Maybe I
You gave him the confidence boost to just start
Give someone
Yeah.
1 ounce of confidence. I
shaking
swear
his
to
dick
God.
everywhere, yeah.
Everyone wants to see it, right? Yeah. That's what you did.
God damn it. Yeah. Well, maybe I'll skip the braces just to knock him down a peg or two.
That's a good call.
He's going to be like, I want Invisalign, Dad.
Like, fuck no. No.
So
Actually,
yeah.
braces do knock you down a peg because the first week of having braces are the most painful fucking week of your life.
It sucks.
You can't chew anything.
No, it
I've-
hurts.
You got to clean it out all the time.
Everyone asks you about it. And you're
I
like,
had
yeah.
braces twice.
Same.
I had it once.
Sucked.
Yeah, it knocks you down a few pegs, but when you get them off, you're fucking stud afterward.
Yeah,
Like,
but you don't know.
no.
I got him off senior year of high school. I didn't know.
Oh, you had him do your fucking senior year.
That's rough. Bro.
That is
Yeah.
brutal.
That was just
for
a
the second
chastity
time,
belt in your mouth, dude.
First time I got him in 6th grade, and then I got him off, and then I guess I don't know what happened. I had to get him again.
Your
I got
teeth.
him. Yeah, I got him in like 6th or 7th grade, and then I got him in my sophomore year. But they were gone by the end of sophomore year.
Yeah.
But
I don't
that-
even think they worked.
I was so pissed off
My
when I had
teeth
to
are
get him
still
again.
jacked up.
Dude. Wait, so quick question, not trying to knock anyone down here. Did either of you get laid in high school?
No.
No.
It was the braces.
It was the braces.
It's
the braces.
1,000%.
Because I
why.
got laid. I lost my virginity the week after I graduated high school.
Right when those braces came off?
A little bit after, but yeah.
Yeah, not too far, right?
I started to realize, I'm actually a handsome fellow.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not afraid to smile.
Not a metal mouthed freak.
Yeah. No.
Well, you
that's
also
what it
need
was.
some. You also need some real estate in between when you get them off and realizing that.
Yeah.
You don't just pop them off and you're like, whoa, because mentally you're still like, I am garbage.
No, actually, the day I got them off, I was so stoked.
Really?
It was just obvious how much better my face looked. Like, my teeth looked. I was smiling, throwing my dick, wagging my dick everywhere.
Yeah, I was shaking your dick at
Shaking my dick
chicks.
at everything.
Until one of them just did it.
No.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm just saying braces are the chastity belt of the face.
That's completely accurate.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, it always freaks me out too. You'll see girls our age or even older that have braces. It's like that's a deal
That's a
breaker.
lot.
In what? Pornography?
No, like
Where have you seen?
dating apps.
Oh, yeah.
Or a coworker's ex.
That too, yeah.
Yeah.
Giorgio's ex, yeah.
Oh.
Had braces.
Even though she didn't believe in modern medicine, so kind of picking and choosing her spots.
Right.
yeah.
That's the equivalent of being like, I don't believe in Jesus and having a cross necklace on.
Well-
or actually, no, it's like wearing a rosary around your neck and being like, I think Catholicism is absolute garbage.
I don't believe in God, and I have a cross on my back, so
You have like an Irish, like Celtic cross.
yeah, it's more cultural.
And I think
Yeah.
you do believe in God. You just like to flex that you don't. Like, there's something there. Or like, you're
I'm just
like,
being a good Catholic.
Yeah,
and I just stopped believing in God for 70 years, and then when I turn like 85, if I ever make it that long, which is another.
look, you'll be on your deathbed. You'll ask for your last rites, and you'll waltz into heaven, and God will be like,
Yeah, I just
I
gotta be
really
really
regret.
sorry."
I really regret everything
Yeah.
I let the Pope be allowed to do.
The Catholic foxhole is always going to be warm for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We can always go back.
You can always go back.
Yeah,
We're
it's warm.
Pretty much every Catholic is the prodigal son.
Right.
But anyway, so this city. by the way. It is so old that it is as far removed from the cities of ancient Egypt and Sumer as we are from the cities of ancient Egypt and Sumer.
That's really hard
That
to even
sentence means
comprehend.
nothing to me.
It is so old that 2 episodes ago or 3 episodes ago, for me, when I talked about settling the Americas, same time.
Okay.
When the Native Americans were showing up and murdering
The big
the
giant
giant
sloths
animals
and
that
stuff.
I'm glad that aren't here anymore.
That's about
Same time.
Okay, so there is possibly a swath then of pre-existing peoples. Like obviously there were, but like they were much more established than we realized.
They were way, way more organized
Yeah.
to the point where it doesn't. Like this is no joke. Like I'm not going to do even this topic justice. I highly recommend looking it up. It is literally
You
up
telling
and
us to do our own research?
yeah, which you can if you want, and if you don't, you can use this and just spout the bullshit I say.
Wow. Didn't know
Well,
we're
this-
getting political here.
Yeah. Also, please yell at your drunk uncle next family gathering about Wienerville that we're talking about
Yeah.
and claim it as your own research.
Yeah,
I would love that.
The lost city of Wieners.
Lost City Wieners, not Wienerville. Sorry.
Wienerville, Dick City. It doesn't matter. I was trying to think of a good like old like Dickalon or something like Cockalon, but for like Babylon.
Yeah.
But I didn't have anything.
That's tough.
Yeah.
I would say Cumtown, but that sounds like it's already IP.
That's a
It's
podcast.
already IP, yeah. So, but they didn't really show calmness. We'll get into that. Anyway,
So it's softcore.
these cities, or this city, makes no fucking sense. It should not exist from literally everything science thought it knew about humanity. It is called Karahan Tepe. It is on the Turkish-Syrian border,
Okay.
more or less. So it's on one of the far ends of the Fertile Crescent. And yeah, it's between 11 and 13,000 years old. It has, among other things, fucking built, carved out of stone and shit like that. Shrines, altars, megaliths, audience halls, prison cells,
Huh.
and a water system.
Wait, they had a fucking aqueduct?
Something along those lines.
Probably not to the Roman extent. but
Right,
still,
right.
They had an understanding of the need to store and move water.
But
Yeah.
all shaped like penises?
A lot of things were shaped like cocks, and I'll get more into that. We're going to get to the cocks. Don't worry.
Get us back to this society.
Okay.
You know,
And-
we put pussy on a pedestal nowadays. Bring back Cocktown.
Well, what's funny about putting pussy on a pedestal with this place is that, well, I'll get to it, but essentially,
God, you could have bought pussy so low at that town was all about dick. Pussy was probably at like you could get that for pennies on the dollar.
You had to be early adopter.
well, based on everything I know about this place, it sounds like vagina was free
Yeah.
and not in an ethical way.
Oh,
Well, that ruins the fun.
that's not great.
Yeah.
Well, tell us more.
I thought they were all fucking each other.
They're all sword fighting over there. And
Well, they were having some form of intercourse.
Okay. So not consensual.
This
Cool.
is a deeply, and we'll get into it, deeply violent society.
how'd they figure this out?
This is this predates agriculture. This city was built by hunter-gatherer cavemen
Okay.
who used stone arrowheads. There's zero evidence that the city was supported by farming in any way. Their food source was, at best, mass organized hunting and gathering.
Or other people. Or whatever they are.
That's not out of the question either, technically.
Cannibals.
And so far, archaeologists have only excavated 1% of the 60,000 square meter site.
And they found jails and audience halls
Yeah.
and all this shit at
Yeah.
1%.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I know we've talked about this in very, long ago episodes, but you're eating a human. First piece of meat you're eating. Let's revisit that.
First piece of, oh, wow.
Bacon comes from the ass.
Ass meat's going to be good. It's going to be fatty.
Ass meat's going to be good.
I'm going-
Thigh. Ass and thigh.
We always were talking about cheek, I think.
I think I brought up cheek.
You want to do some human head cheese?
Well, the cheek is traditionally the softest piece of meat on most animals.
I don't think we have good cheeks, though.
Ours might not be. Ours are
Maybe
very
like a little fatty one.
Like
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let me just cut it all out here. Veal.
You just want the baby,
I just want
whole
baby.
thing?
Yeah.
Just veal ribs?
Because I take like a little bite out of my baby all the time. Like, nom, 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 you taste so good. And then part of me is like, oh, he does taste good.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And I have to really stop my caveman instincts
He
from,
starts wagging his dick at
from
you.
eating this child.
Well,
yeah, sometimes when he shakes his dick at me, I'm like, I'll bite your fucking throat out. I'll rip your cheek off.
probably be really good.
Yeah.
Those baby cheeks, dude.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, he's got some chubby little cheeks.
Oh, man.
And I was like, I'll barbecue you.
How do you think hand is?
I know why you're asking that question.
Yeah. Last episode of Atlanta.
Oh, so good.
I haven't seen any of that yet.
Oh, it's so good. Hand? It probably really sinewy. It's probably hard. Like, you're picking bones
Sinewy.
out. Sinewy.
Am I the
whatever.
only one that speaks English on this fucking
Sorry, I
podcast?
know words I don't hear all the time. I read them. Anyway.
There was a really lame Tumblr post that was like, don't make fun of someone who can't pronounce a word because that just means they learned it from reading it.
That's probably why I just regurgitated
Rob,
that.
I went to public school. Well, I did go to Catholic school for K through 8, but they separated me
That's
to another trailer where I couldn't interact with the other kids because I had reading comprehension problems.
I was in that same RV for a little while.
That's crazy. I never went to any RV. Actually, I had one math class in an RV, but it wasn't remedial.
You went to public school in Florida. You went to school in an RV.
So yes, I was mommy's
your whole
special
life
boy.
It's
is
the
an RV.
remediation of the U.S.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
What'd you say?
I was mommy's special little boy.
Did you have as much time as you needed on tests?
They gave me extended time. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Why are you snapping at Joel?
I'm just saying, hey, Joe.
Like I know you want a beer, but like that's disrespectful.
I was
see
trying
the-
to do it without being.
that was maybe more
intrusive.
disrespectful.
That was the
than
most,
anything else.
dude. I don't play this shit at all.
I was trying to make a one-handed clap, and then you had to call
You're
it
like,
out.
come here, servant boy.
You ever see that Sopranos when what's her name? Carmela is like
Carmela.
telling her friend to come here because her friend
Yeah.
is catering and she's doing
I'm
this
just
shit.
trying to make noise. I'm not being like,
Hey,
come
Joel,
here,
can you grab me
boy.
a
Come here,
beer?"
boy. Boy.
That hand motion you just did was that?
Boy. It's making a noise. It's just trying to make a fucking noise.
You're trying to lord over our producer right now, and I don't appreciate it.
I'm not trying. I'm doing the opposite. I want to lord over you.
You made it a bigger deal.
You sound like the mayor of Wienerville right now, Rob.
Mayor, the lost city of Wieners.
See, there you go again with all that fucking matter of fact shit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's sinewy.
Yeah, what piece of Joel are you gonna eat?
good.
Joel's ass.
Ass. Yeah.
Ass.
Ass is you probably slow roast the ass.
I'm gonna have
Oh,
I'm
yes.
gonna have that one piece of calamari.
That one butthole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deep
No, you
fry it.
definitely would slow go.
like a little pulled pork.
I think you got to go low and slow with any part of the human.
Yeah.
Like,
It's really creepy to me that there's like online cannibal forums and they call themselves like Long Pig 69 and shit like that because the human.
yes.
Yeah.
The Islanders called it Long Pig.
Fucking creepy as shit, dude.
Do you think they're all cosplaying or do you think that's real?
I think it's real.
Yeah.
They've caught people doing it for real.
I thought a lot of that was like consensual though. Like people agreeing like,
People
oh,
agree.
There is weirdo, like
Yeah.
sometimes weirdo shit like that, but there's also a lot of, believe it or not, non-consensual cannibalism.
I'm sure
I've
there's,
heard that. I've heard estimates that in the history of cannibalism, it's like 99% non-consensual.
I would imagine so. But
And by the way, I never read those estimates. I
Okay.
just,
yeah,
cannibalism is rare. Hot take: cannibalism rarely consensual.
no, I doubt it's like that wouldn't shock me if that was a real stat. But I would imagine that like most cannibalism that happens today is probably like black market limbs and organs.
I think they get off from
Do you think they hunt?
Post death, you think?
I feel like a lot of
I
these.
don't think they want. I don't think they want it delivered like we get our steaks delivered.
I don't know, man. I don't think a lot of forum lurkers are much of the go and hunt it out.
You don't think they
just-
have like a
Well, the one dude they caught was like a cop who like definitely killed his fucking.
Oh
shit.
shit!
You don't think
Yeah.
they have like a farm to table delivery service that comes in a box every month?
Yeah, it's called Wayfair.
Subscription base.
Yeah, Wayfair,
It's
100%.
Wayfair. That whole fucking filing cabinet bullshit.
There's just cannibals like rubbing their fork and knife together when they hear about another caravan coming to the U.S. They're like,
Finally.
I'm tired of Mexican, but
Yeah, I mean, why do you think we keep bringing these immigrants in?
yeah, for our
Catholicism and to eat.
That's right.
Got to grow our numbers.
To make more veal.
yeah, I'm fine with growing the Catholic numbers. That's all good to me. That's I serve the Pope first, like Al Smith and John F. Kennedy and
Our
Joe Biden.
Wizard King.
Yes.
The Pope.
Our Wizard King. So anyway, this city was built by fucking hunter-gatherer cavemen. No evidence of farming. And the historic consensus, by the way, before this fucking site was that farming was what agriculture was what allowed cities to form, essentially. And this completely turns it on its head.
Yeah.
Because what apparently started this city, Karahan Tepe, and its sister city, Göbekli Tepe.
Yes. Who could forget?
Yes, was religion. Oh. Religion started urbanization,
Shared mythos, that would make sense.
not fucking farming.
Yeah, I mean, shared mythos would make a lot of sense because that's the easiest
The
way.
worship of Wiener.
Yeah, so the religion was pretty complex, and I, of course, mentioned penises earlier, and I promised that we would get back to them. So let's start with the most famous penises in this city.
Oh, I thought you just meant in general.
Yeah,
like,
like-
who's got the most famous cock?
John Hamm, probably up there.
It's
It's
a good cock. It's a good cock.
It's Rasputin. That's number one.
Rasputin's got a really famous
Pretty good cock,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of famous dick. I don't think you
Tommy
can narrow
Lee.
it. Tommy Lee,
Tommy Lee,
pretty famous
iconic.
dick.
Yeah, pretty. I mean, I could probably make
People
a top
can't
10.
forget Ray J. Ray J.
A lot of people can forget Ray J. That was a bad sex tape.
That was more about it wasn't about the penis. anymore.
Honestly, there's also the anonymous black guy from that meme.
that guy's definitely top 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we have a bobble cock over there.
we literally do.
It's
yeah.
a bobblehead.
No, it's a bobble cock.
Yeah.
It's not only the head. It's not
The
the
head
head
doesn't
that bobbles,
move.
Yeah, which is how it
I
should have
meant
been,
the penis.
by the way.
The other
penis
head moves, yeah.
Yeah.
No, the other head doesn't move either, does it? It's just the whole cock.
I guess that's true. Yeah. The whole thing
Anyway,
bobbles.
so
Semantics.
the most famous penises in this a city that is wall to wall dick.
And go ahead and DM Jake your most famous cocks of all time.
Yeah. Send at Jake W. Goldman.
I would
Just
prefer-
whatever you think is the most famous penis in the world. Just DM that to him.
Jesus Christ. Send me Jesus' dick, I guess.
God, if we had Jesus' dick.
What do you think the Holy Grail is?
It's a cup.
Okay. Sure.
It's a cup. It's a cup.
It's a cock.
It's a cup.
If we had Jesus' dick, would you kiss it for good luck? Or like some type of miracle?
Well, no, because it'd be inside of like a glass box, and you would just pray to it and light a candle in front of it, which I, of course, would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Like me and an old Italian woman that's like, is like praying to Jesus' dick, and I'm like,
Isn't there someone's actual dick like in a glass case at a museum?
that's
right now?
Rasputin.
Rasputin's. And they think
Oh,
it's...
no, Napoleon too, right?
Napoleon's dick is preserved somewhere, I don't know where.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Rasputin's, they don't even think it's really his dick.
I
They think
it's
it's
like
an
a fucking
animal.
horse dick.
Yeah,
but
it's
they're
like,
just like, oh, look at this fucking wizard.
it's like they just
Because
want
of course you can't be a wizard without having a fucking hog.
you need a wand, my friend.
Right? Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
It's like I like look at this like clear animal penis, and I'm like, well, that proves Rasputin was magic.
He had a horse dick. Yeah.
Although that would be funny if he just did a spell and he's like, I want a horse dick.
He got it.
He's like, yeah, just did it.
Yeah.
But I would be more entertained like praying in front of Jesus' penis next to like an 80-year-old
What do you
woman.
think Jesus was packing? Like probably like solid 6.
No,
Like an average.
no, because he was. I mean, it was small. People were smaller back then,
So you think he's like a...
proportional to his body. He was probably what, like 5'5"?
I imagine like Jesus 5'5", 5'6", yeah.
Although there's some Hispanic dudes that are 5'5" that are packing.
What does your Jesus have, Dan?
My Jesus, he's not overly, like he's not showing off. So I would think like a 5 to 6 inch dick.
That's what I said, like a solid 6.
All the crucifixes in my house are black, so he fucking, yeah, he's swinging it.
Yeah.
Because if Jesus was 5'5" and he had, I don't know, like a foot long hog, it'd be inconvenient.
That would be.
I guess.
Be tripping on it.
They kept that out of the Stations of the Cross, too, if that's what's happening, because he only had a loincloth on.
Right.
It's probably poking out after a little while.
You would think.
You would know. Yeah. But they didn't mention that. They think they, like, edited that out. And like, the Roman soldiers are, like, swatting at his dick with the same way they're, like, giving him the fucking sponge and shit like that. They're just like, it came out again.
Just a little
Yeah.
Roman wipe.
John's like, I'm going to just erase that.
Yeah, we
That
don't-
part's not going in.
This doesn't help the canon at all.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't move the story forward.
Right, yeah, this is just a weird writer fascination
Yeah.
at this point. Yeah.
Well, John was weird, especially when he got into the mushrooms.
Yeah, on the revelations of that. So anyway, one of the things they found, again, this caveman religion was surprisingly complex. They found speaking of Jesus, Christianity, all that stuff, some sort of baptismal room with 11 giant carved penises carved out of stone. And so essentially what they did was they carved down into the stone. Oh. They carved this thing out. They carved 11 dicks, and then the rest was just this pit, and water would flow in.
Dick pit?
It was a dick pit, and there was a bearded man with a snake's body looking over the room. The room had a clear entrance and exit and a water channel. It was clearly for rites of passage for this violent society.
What do you think happened in there, man?
I don't fucking know. These giant stone dicks were just some of the many, many, many absurd and kind of thought to be impossible artwork that was found at Karahan Tepe and Göbekli Tepe, which is just barely slightly younger sister city that was discovered before Karahan Tepe, actually. So for a long time, Göbekli Tepe was basically just ignored as a weird footnote. They're just I don't know, it's a caveman site. It's probably bullshit. Only recently has those two sites become more famous and totally reframed how everyone views everything. Göbekli Tepe is full of wild ass, just inexplicable artwork. Artwork that they did not think was possible, intricate, weird stone reliefs and stuff like that. The archaeologists were this is it's artisanal work.
Right. It's something you would need a lot of tool know-how to do.
Yeah, it is specialized work that they really did not think was possible. Literally double the time away from when we thought cities were supposed to exist.
All right, so forget pyramids. This is aliens.
Oh, we're going to get to that.
It is, because this is their first interaction with human beings. They came across penises for the first time, so they are now obsessed with penises. Aliens.
Yeah,
There's
they
your
think
answer.
dicks were hilarious.
I'm looking at these dicks. Right now.
Yeah,
Good dick?
I'm looking at these dicks. I don't know if those are dicks.
they're dicks.
Is it because everything else makes it obvious they're dicks?
Yes.
Okay, so
There's dicks everywhere.
Okay, so they're
Not mushrooms?
Before they got to those dicks, they found 1,000 other dicks.
So not mushroom.
Not mushrooms.
Because, little magic mushroom.
I get it.
I could get that.
I can see a magic mushroom, Cole.
It's cock. It's cock. So one of the reasons I know this is because they find a ton of sculptures of men with their arms angled so that their hands are protecting their dicks.
Yeah. Well, rightfully so.
This includes giant, humongous, carved from stone T-shaped pillars that have other smaller carvings of animals all over them, but the T-shaped pillars represent humans. A lot of them have arms going in towards the dick or whatever.
Yep.
There are intricate carvings of boars, bears, snakes, wildcats, gazelle, reptiles, birds, spiders, scorpions, all kinds of shit.
Just generic wildcat.
Generic wildcat, Kentucky wildcat type of situation, yeah. Creepily enough, lots of vulture. Vulture is by far is the most popular bird sculpted.
I mean, that would make sense, though.
These people are obsessed with death.
Probably a hunter-gatherer. Yeah, they do the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
There are even different buildings dedicated to different animals based on the carvings in said building. There's a fox building, a snake building, blah, blah, blah. All the buildings in Göbekli Tepe are arranged in an equilateral triangle.
Damn it. Aliens. Or they had an understanding of geometry and positioning.
And they knew how to walk the same distance three times.
They had a way to map.
Yeah. Do you think that somehow they were able to walk the same distance 3 times?
They'd have to have they either were doing manual pacing by foot, but I mean,
they walked it but with a rope or something?
Yeah, they had some sort of there's a lot of ways they could have done it, but I mean, they could have been using star charts. They could have been using the sun, but they had an understanding of global geometry.
It's not that big. It's not big enough to even need global geometry.
Well, oh wait, I thought you said isn't it 60,000 square meters?
Yeah. But the whole thing is an equilateral triangle. There's buildings within it arranged in equilateral triangles.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I mean that's still pretty. You got to be pretty fucking good to eyeball it.
They weren't eyeballing it.
Yeah, they had to have measured that.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
Again,
I saw all the dudes, by the way. They are all covering their dicks.
They're all covering their dicks.
It's very strange.
Yeah. They also found sculpture workshops. So we're talking about artisan employment or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Again, twice the amount of time earlier than we fucking thought that even possibly existed.
Huh. Well, I'm thinking the room with the snake guy and the 11 dicks.
The dick baptismal font.
Yeah. That's either it's just like the manhood thing in there. Mm-hmm. I think someone's getting dick down in that room.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's over the top with the symbolism.
Yeah.
Just snake.
Yeah.
Old man dicks. Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll get into how the snake thing too. So they also, pretty much all these animals were male. A lot of them had dicks. The foxes, there is a fox sculpture in particular that has a dick and balls portrayed on it, which is weird because we own canines and the dick's not really out, but they drew it with the dick out.
Yeah.
Because they just they're like, yeah, man, dicks.
It needs to know that there's dicks. Yeah.
And even like the animals that like you couldn't, it's really funny. They even had a suspension of disbelief to an extent. Okay. So like they didn't draw dicks out necessarily on like the birds and stuff like that. Where it's like, yeah, this bird's got a fucking hard on. Right. The same way like a fucking dog or a bear would or something. But they still drew it in like or carved it in like an extremely aggressive manner.
Okay.
Which, by the way, means that, to me, suspension of disbelief is 13,000 years old or whatever. They're like, dude, come on, nobody's gonna believe that duck has a cock.
Yeah,
like right, like you can't draw the duck with like a dick like that. That's not what a duck's dick looks like.
I'm imagining just like me and my stone friends drawing dicks on things.
Yeah,
in like high school. But that was like also the foundation for society because like someone did it once and like, you think they might have all just been cracking up over this? Like, yo, I drew fucking fox with a dick.
It seems like they took it really seriously.
That's even funnier.
Yeah. There's also a purposefully headless man with a giant erection. There are pictograms of symbols we don't understand. They didn't have writing. This isn't writing, but they were making symbols, presumably religious. Here's a fun one. Leopards mounting and riding humans as if the humans were their horses or something. I don't fucking know.
Interesting.
And then even more fun, leopards putting their paws over the eyes of human beings and raping them.
Are we sure it's rape?
Yeah.
You know, 99% of leopard human sex is non-consensual.
Non-consensual. Yeah. I've heard that.
Yeah. Just like the cannibal thing.
I read a good Pew Research article on how often leopards consensually have
I
sex
saw it on
with
Mother
humans.
Jones. They were dragging leopards, dude.
Yeah, as well they should.
Yeah.
There's also like vultures and other animals playing with human heads. And there are almost no carvings of women. Almost.
What's the one carving?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's a
It's
really,
a society.
really fucked up carving of some woman giving birth, which leads me to believe that it's some kind of bone tomahawk society.
Oh no!
Have you seen Bone Tomahawk?
No, it doesn't sound good though.
Have you seen Bone Tomahawk?
No.
Ross is laughing in the background. He's seen. So First off, watch Bone Tomahawk.
Okay, I'll watch Bone Tomahawk.
You keep telling us this, I'm not going to do it.
It's fucking awesome, but. In Bone Tomahawk, they get like taken back to these like caveman Indian caves, Native American caves, where these like Native Americans. They're just like literally like savage, awful. It's like a terrible society, and they're cannibals more or less. They eat people, and there's no women that you ever see until you get like deep into the cave. And there's these like two or three women. They have their arms and legs cut off. And their eyes taken, like plugged out.
There's just birth pods.
And they're pregnant. Oh. So they just fuck babies into these things. I assume if it's a female baby, they just kill it. Because they probably just kidnap the women.
Oh, yeah. That would make sense.
Because that's easier. It's more efficient.
Right. And you're hunter-gatherer.
Right. Yeah, these are hunter-gatherer, like blah. I mean, it's a piece of like horror fiction.
So you're imagining something like that's happening here in Karahan Tepe.
It kind of fucking feels like it.
Yeah.
This feels like a fucking Bone Tomahawk situation.
That's only 1% of what's been found, though, too.
Yeah.
What if it's even worse?
It doesn't feel like it's going to get better.
No, it sounds bad.
At no point does this sound like it's going to get better. And the more I'm going to tell you, the more it sounds like it's going to get worse.
I mean, when you lead with there's a room with 11 giant stone cocks, an old man face with a snake, and there's a water pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
Also sounds like Rob's fraternity.
It could just be
Just a
Bilderberg
bunch of
for all you know.
guys playing beer pong, listening to Future.
Be Kid Cudi in my day, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, same difference, really. It's just like one rapper hipster white guys like instead of another. Like, not even hipster, stoner white guys like instead of another. Right?
I was going with toxic masculinity, but
That too. Also, you said aliens. This is an alien job?
I mean, I was just throwing it out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just asking questions.
Just asking the questions.
Yeah.
Doing my own research.
All of the detailed reliefs and sculptures of people they have found at this site, and they've found a lot, each hand has 6 fingers.
What? No. Dude, okay, so that's really fucking weird because do you know about like the Mayan carvings?
No.
There's Mayan handprint carvings, like in these, it's either Mayan or Aztec, one or the other. I think it's Mayan though, because that predates Aztec,
Yes.
right? So in these Mayan carvings on the side of like one of those pyramids, they find these graffiti ones, 7 fingers.
Really?
They have them, yeah. They find them like it looks like someone like did a turkey,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But it's 7 fingers.
What
And
if we were just, as humans, born with more fingers and we evolved into only needing 5?
Well, there is a theory that we would eventually evolve to not need like one of these digits. It would go down to 4 just with technology
we're
because
just
we wouldn't
losing.
have the need for it. I feel like modern keyboard probably is.
I mean, the pinky's pretty useful, baby.
I like
Got
I,
that-
I use the pinky.
Got the Q, got the P.
Yeah, but they have theorized that we would probably just not need one after a while. Just with
We'd
like
eventually shed a digit.
yeah, because it would be like unnecessary.
Okay.
But it is strange that across the ocean there are other carvings of 7 fingers. Maybe it was 6, but I'm pretty sure it was 7. But it's more than 5.
Regardless.
Yeah, there's extra digits on these carvings.
All
that fucks with my head a little
the
bit.
human beings were shown with 6 fingers.
Every single one?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Maybe that's the dick finger.
It's
Yeah.
They also found something else interesting. Evidence of alcohol.
Oh, what?
Huge troughs that show chemical residue of fermentation.
Okay.
These people were making booze without farming or anything like that. They were foraging and then fermenting, whether it was, whatever the pre-version of wheat, what the proto-wheat was, or berries or what.
Yeah,
Some kind of beer like
yeah,
shit.
if
it's
there's
probably
a
like mead or
society, we're
something
going to
like
figure
that.
out how to get fucked up.
Right. These people don't want to be sober.
No.
I don't want to be sober. I'm not sober
It's
right
all
now. I don't want to be
dudes?
sober.
All dicks and dudes? Like, I don't want to be sober.
Probably why it's a violent society.
No, it's not all dicks and dudes. I mean, they're only portraying all dicks and dudes.
Not a whole lot of women.
No, there's a lot of women, I think. It's just not good.
There's just a lot of pods.
Yeah, it's a lot
Yeah.
of bone tomahawk pods
That's scary.
to some extent or another. So, but what this means, though, is that these people were having massive feasts, massive celebrations.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Which, again, should not be able to happen based on a hunter-gatherer lifestyle, based on more or less what we thought we knew about humanity.
the fermentation thing's really fucking weird too, man. Like,
It was thought that fermentation maybe, not necessarily, probably predated agriculture, but not by much.
no, because it would make a lot more sense to have it kind of coincide with you have more grain.
It was
around.
almost, almost a parallel development.
Right. It would happen in tandem. You have a storage thing, something rains on it, it's
Right.
hot, ferments.
Right.
Someone's like, I'm gonna fucking sip
This
it.
is happening thousands of years before
That's
agriculture.
insane. Like, how did they even fucking figure that out if they're not doing they must have had someone gathering shit.
Here's the
Now,
thing.
Yeah.
if you try to ferment like meat or whatever, would it preserve it more or no? Kind of like,
I don't know. I've never had.
if you like pickled something,
Well, that's what corned beef is, right?
Yeah. I mean, like they bury eggs and ferment them and shit like that in Asia. Like, that's a delicacy.
People forget this about human beings. We have the same brains as these people.
Yeah, it's so weird.
We have the exact same brains as these people.
They have more fingers.
No,
They have more fingers, yeah.
They might be smarter.
No, they're 2 in the pink and 2 in the stink.
Do that now.
Yeah, that's not 6 fingers.
but easier because I have the extra pinky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easier.
Why don't you just go 3 and 3?
I just get 2 fists.
I was about to say, do you know what the minivan is?
No, it's
It's 2 in the front and 5 comfortably in the back.
good Lord. I hate that.
Yeah, it's awful. I saw it on a
But I
t-shirt.
actually like that a lot.
Yeah.
You saw it on a T-shirt? What Six Flags were you at? Good Lord.
You ever been to those like t-shirt shops in like the Keys or like Vegas, and it's just like the most raunchy shit you've ever seen?
I think we've talked this before, but like the co-ed naked firefighting shirts or something like co-ed naked XYZ shirts.
Yeah. Someone's making money off that.
It's so stupid, but I would have bought one in the 90s for sure. So yeah, they've also found proto pottery.
Oh, okay.
This is pre-pottery, but they found like
Doesn't sound like it.
no, because they didn't take mud and bake it and make it into a thing. They found polished stone. So it's like Neolithic pottery.
So they used it.
Yeah.
They used things they found, right?
Here's another fucked up thing. They also found that based on the archaeological evidence, they started out building circular buildings, but then they switched to rectangular rooms because they figured out that was a more efficient use of space.
Right.
13,000 years ago.
Huh. What the fuck, dude? I hate this.
It feels like we're talking about like velociraptors. Like we're like, oh my God, they know how to open doors.
Yeah, no, we're talking about us. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, velociraptors were chickens.
Yeah, that's probably true.
No, there were raptors as big as the ones in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, but they weren't. They were chickens.
they were
They had
birds.
feathers.
They're birds.
But chickens
That's-
are mean. So it's-
Everyone making fun of that, I'm like, no, it's scarier that they were big birds. I don't know how being a lizard is less scary.
what do you think would happen if you took the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids machine, put it on reverse like in Honey, I Blew Up the Baby, and blew a grackle up to 8 feet tall? It would just start murdering people.
All our eardrums would just rupture in unison too from that fucking noise.
And then it would eat your heart out of your chest.
Yeah.
And then it would eat your baby, and then it would eat your wife. I mean, it would be a killing machine.
That'd be awesome.
Should that be the plot of the next Jurassic World? It actually, dude, by the way, I tweeted this the other day. I do not know how to suspend disbelief on the new Jurassic World movie.
I don't even know what it's about.
The
It's
one
about
inside the
dinosaurs
mansion?
taking over Earth. As if guns have
it's
been
like-
disinvented.
So it's like Planet of the Apes, but with dinosaurs.
But at least Planet of the Apes coincided with a disease.
Wait.
Sure.
I thought the last Jurassic World movie was where they like get into a Home Alone situation and they're all inside a mansion.
Kind of. And then the dinosaurs escape the mansion, and now they are populate the whole world somehow.
Is that Chris Pratt?
4 years later, yeah, it's Chris Pratt.
When did this come out?
It's coming out this summer.
Okay.
But it's just like, we don't know how to stop the dinosaurs. As if guns just stopped.
Oh man.
As if they're not even just, I'm not even talking about Second Amendment personal gun ownership.
No.
I'm talking about like
military grade,
just stopped existing.
It was like, do the dinosaurs get an EMP? Like, what happens?
I don't know. Godzilla always beats the military.
Godzilla is like a weird nuclear freak, though.
Yeah, he blasts things with nuclear, like, fucking.
but they, like,
These are just
breath.
They always
meaty
blow
birds. These
him
are
up with
birds.
atom bombs and
Just
he's
giant
fine.
birds. Just big birds. Just big birds. And velociraptors and ostriches are like the same size. Are you telling me if 40 ostriches started running around?
We already lost that war in
Yeah.
Australia.
Emus, yeah.
Rob, I think you can suspend it.
Fully retracted. All
Okay.
right. At another nearby site, by the way, they have also found human skulls that have clearly had the flesh carved off of them.
Oh, sick. There's tool marks on the skulls?
Yep, with
tiny
holes
skulls?
drilled into the skulls, so they were clearly being hung decoratively.
So they were cups.
It was a skull cult. So they were like hanging skulls everywhere, possibly in the cock room for baptism,
Yeah.
probably everywhere. This is a murder cult. Like this
Yeah.
is a giant murder cult.
Well, it wouldn't be that crazy to think about it as that. And it would make sense to become a murder cult. Like, if you join this cult, like, you're going to have protection in mass. You're probably way better at killing everybody else. Like, everything else is a threat to your resources except for the cult.
Yeah.
So that would also make sense why a shared mythos of religion would also allow this to happen before agriculture, because if you all agree on something that like substantial like religion, you're gonna have a much easier time communicating and figuring out who's who. It's like, oh, do you believe in Skull Guy? And they're like, what? Skull Guy? Boom, you're dead.
Yeah.
Now we got a body.
Like, oh yeah, let's go, guys, go. Oh, cool. We're gonna go kill 3 mammoths and feed ourselves for like months.
yeah. Oh, you want in?
Yeah.
You like skulls?
And fucking.
Yeah. And
She's not gonna be happy about it, but you will.
you do have to do the dick room. We're really sorry about that, but that's the one thing you got to
There's gonna be
do.
a dick room baptism that
Yeah.
you're gonna hate.
Everyone hates it, but
gonna
it's,
get-
Do we
You're
have
gonna haze the
details on
shit out of
that or no?
No, they didn't write that down.
there was no writing.
No videos
Yeah.
of that. They have also found at another nearby site altars drenched with human blood.
Fucking sick, dude.
And this was drenched is a direct quote from the
Right.
articles I read.
What else are you gonna do?
Honestly, though, these people barely understand the world they're living in.
Probably barely can communicate.
No, well, so that's another interesting thing. Did I say that already? Okay, no, it's right here. So as far as archaeologists can tell, these intricate cities, like genuinely, these cities are intricate, equilateral triangles, all this bullshit, blah, blah, blah. No writing system whatsoever. They built this without writing.
Right. We know
at
this.
fucking
But
all.
they're like, can they talk to each other? Are they making sounds?
They are probably speaking the sort of like initial missing link language that all Indo-European language is derived from.
Oh, are we the baddies? Are we all based from these folks?
Everyone from Hindi to Russian to Germanic, everything. Literally everything.
Wait, are we descendants of Skull Cult?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, but we made it too complicated because we rely too heavily on idioms.
Yeah.
I guarantee there was not a single idiom in this society.
It's a perfect society.
Little too literal.
Yeah.
They're like, oh man,
No comedy.
Mondays fucking kill me, and then they're like, oh okay, fucking murder him.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Well, it's not even that crazy to hear about the drenched in human blood thing, because like in our lost episode about Christmas, pagan Christmas, they set up elaborate sprinkler systems just for the sole purpose of drenching rooms in blood as a sign, like to appease gods.
Right.
Yeah. So it wouldn't surprise me if a more archaic version of that is, all right, crack his neck at the wall.
Yeah.
Like make it spray over there.
Let's just pull that knife all the way down
Yeah.
the chest cavity.
So like, why do you need a fountain when you can just gash his throat at what you want to spray blood at?
Yeah.
Yeah. Simpler times.
So the German archaeologist who initially excavated Göbekli Tepe, he did not live to see Karahan Tepe be excavated. Klaus Schmidt said of the site, I believe Göbekli Tepe is the Temple of Eden.
Oh.
He meant it metaphorically, but he essentially is saying this is the point when human beings left the Garden of Eden, like the allegory, and like left hunter-gatherer life and became urban,
Okay.
which is the Eden story.
There's a snake.
And keep in mind, the Noah floods and everything like that happened where this society roughly existed.
Right.
Genesis takes place more or less probably in eastern Turkey.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's because at the time too, it was extremely fertile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where the sites are now is kind of a dust bowl, but back then it would have been lush forest.
Is this where
Right.
Cain moved to?
Yes, this is all happens there. So the reason I found this is a Instagram, Twitter account I follow.
Was Cain the first murder technically in the Bible?
Yes, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Cain was he tended to the,
He was the Undertaker's brother, yeah.
fuck you. Abel was the farmer, right? He
Yep, and he
plowed
was
the
doing
fields.
well.
He,
Yep.
he plowed the fields. Cain
was jealous.
Yeah, he tended
killed
to
him.
the flock.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that kind of like? I mean, if
I'm going to get in. I'm going to say it. So the whole Garden of Eden allegory essentially is that man left living with nature and started to live outside of nature. And by the way, it was a woman that wanted him to do that. Like, babe, I'm tired of walking.
And so
Look,
they
I
were-
found this seed
So they were turned into birth pods for their
in
crime.
this place.
Yeah, for
but
their
hold
crime.
on, we'll get into that.
I want to hear how Rob stretches this out.
All right.
just to make it work.
But it is funny to me that Eve was like, hey, no, look, let's take a bite of this apple. Like, look, the apple, this is, in a way, like I think women were typically foragers. I think women might have figured out that seeds grow, found the fruit, the forbidden fruit, blah, 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 made life more sedentary. women-made society, basically.
Do you think that's what that is?
I think that might have happened. So this Twitter account I follow is the way I found this. Lyman Stone is kind of a political historical writer, whatever. I'm going to quote him exactly on this about that Eden allegory and everything. He goes, if you wanted to find a weirdly plausible empirical form to which the stylized narrative of Genesis could perhaps be referring, the human sacrificing penis cult, rapist polygamist of the Taz Tepler culture, which is what all that is a nice guess. It's also helpful that the most plausible historical analog for the Noah flood is the Black Sea superflood event, pointing to basically Eastern Turkey as the origin of society as we know it.
Yeah.
But the biblical narrative, this is what's crazy, the biblical narrative is evidently preserving the views of the people who were opposed to that society. So the Bible is written by the people who hated the Karahan Tepe society, the ones who thought that they were the sinners, they were evil men, they were the wickedness of man.
So
and that is where the oral stories of the Bible were passed down. Like all the bad people in the Bible are based on Karahan Tepe type of shit.
Oh, okay. Okay, I could see that. Yeah, that would make sense because like if you're talking about it like from a biblical standpoint of like compassion, law and order, eyes for eyes, everyone's like you're trying to maintain a community of peace in order to progress.
It sounds like these people were like incredibly savage.
Yeah.
These people sound like the bad guys of the Bible.
They were alpha.
And the
So are you calling
But God is the alpha and the omega.
No,
So God is
the beta here.
No, God is the most alpha and the most beta is what he's saying. I am the alpha and I am the omega.
That's not about masculinity whatsoever, but
Yeah, no, that's
Everything's about dicks. Everything's about us.
God is just sitting on the fence here.
once again,
Middle
Take
man.
a fucking side. Tired of this both side shit, God.
he's like, all right, fine. Karahan Tepe.
Yeah.
Get dicked.
So everything about these sites is fucking crazy. The digging is way more skilled than it should be. The carving, way more skilled than it should be. And when I say way more skilled than it should be, I mean by thousands of years.
Right.
Like imagine...
Well, they're real men. They knew how to use their hands.
It's just like imagine if it's the year, I don't know, 1300, and you find a light bulb.
Suck it, Edison.
What the fuck?
Like, right? Or honestly, not even the year 1300, the year 0. Like, Christ is like plugging in a light bulb somewhere. Like, that is, it's even more than that.
Check Ireland.
Honestly.
I mean-
it's actually finding a light bulb in ancient Egypt.
You could probably
Yeah.
find one. Just direct source from a
that's-
potato.
That's a perfect way to put it. It would be like finding a light bulb in ancient Egypt while the pyramids were being built.
This is fucked up.
Yeah.
This shouldn't have, based on everything we knew, it shouldn't exist. This should not be possible.
Or, we were wrong about shit.
Yeah, we're probably wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
We're
it's
always wrong.
more than likely, we just find new evidence, right? And that's how things work. But also, do you think that there's any possibility that they tried to hide that? Like, it's like, we need to bury this place.
Because
like,
we were so wrong.
Like, maybe this society was so fucked up, like, other societies, like, fucking were like, killed them
like,
all out.
Never again.
Why are you asking that?
Because, okay, we have a bunch of six-fingered freaks that, like, bashing skulls and dick statues. Do you think, like...
Are you seriously asking that?
Why am I not? Why would I not?
I'm just setting you up for something right now.
I'm not setting you up for anything.
No,
It's like,
Rob's setting you up, you idiot.
Is that a real question you're asking?
yeah, I'm asking that.
The reason these places are so well preserved, this is my last point, is because these cities were buried on purpose
Oh, shit.
by people.
So they wanted to get rid of the history of that.
They are not just covered by erosion and time and everything like that. They are buried by 300 to 500 cubic meters of rubble purposely placed over them.
You see what happens when you take down statues, Jake?
Like at some point, these people or some other people decided that these cities needed to go.
Okay.
And they buried them under rubble.
Okay, so yeah, that's why my brain was going there. It's like they must have gotten beat out at some point, and the world was like, nope, we can't even have that as a reminder. Like we can't even see this.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So there's
it's super well preserved because it was not
buried like
erosion.
that. Yeah.
It's because essentially they accidentally preserved it in its own grave.
Yeah.
Like it is rubble of other tools, bones of people, animals, everything. Like a massive effort to literally entomb these cities took place.
Yeah. No, I mean, like when you bury an egg to ferment it, it doesn't kill the egg. Like, it just slowly.
So we
slowly.
canceled.
It also makes me wonder, is this Sodom? Is this Gomorrah?
We canceled the society.
It's got a sister city, too.
Yeah.
It's got a sister city.
It does. Yeah, was this the first iteration of cancel culture?
Seems like it.
Seems like a yes.
The lost city of Wieners got canceled?
The lost city of Wieners was canceled.
Man. It's really weird that that popped in my head. That was the next thing you were going to say.
Literally the next thing
yeah,
you were gonna
that's
say.
so weird.
Is it?
No, I guess not. I mean,
He was kind of leading you to the water.
No, he guessed that out of fucking nowhere. He didn't even know how close I was to being done. That's my last point in the whole fucking outline.
No, you guys shared notes before the show.
yeah. That's right.
Jake peeked.
I peeked in Rob's notes. Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I've got. This city is twice as old as we thought cities could even possibly be. Worship dicks. We're probably the bad guys in the Bible in
Probably
Genesis.
8 people as well.
Certainly killed and slaughtered people. Certainly
Covered altars
raped
in
women.
blood.
Yeah, probably 8 people. Probably 8 people for all we know. Worshipped cock.
Rituals with snakes. Yeah, no, this is just like a satanic society.
So what did we learn today?
I learned what I'm going to start reading as soon as I get home and smoke a fat bowl. Like, I'm going to be deep in this. This is awesome.
It's fucking wild.
I cannot wait to dig into this.
I didn't even do it justice. Like, this is shit is crazy.
I mean, it's just, there's so many, like, I know a lot of historical theories. There's a very strong tendency to try and align events with Genesis, and people get all upset about that. I think it's fascinating, and like it would make sense on why there's the similar origin stories, especially.
And also, it seems insane to me that people would say, "Oh, Genesis is made up."
No, it's got
No.
There's got to be some source for the material.
There's source material, right? Like there's somewhere, whether it's a giant allegory or not, it comes from something.
Someone was saying on one of the Drinking Bros shows the other day, like Homer was recited orally for like 1,000 years or something before it even got written down.
Yeah.
Same thing with Genesis. Like, this is based on stuff. Like, I'm not saying that, like, fucking God came down and did blah, blah, blah. But these people and stuff like that, especially, like, after you get out of the real allegorical stuff of Adam and Eve, this is all based on oral history that was passed down, like, pretty specifically. And these people kind of fit a fair amount of
Who are the first bad guys, like the first outgroup in the Bible? I'm trying to think, like,
I couldn't tell you.
Philistines keeps coming
This
into my
is
head, but that
softcore
was
history.
so
No,
long
that's
ago.
way later.
That's way later, yeah. Yeah, man, it is interesting that there's twin cities there. Obviously, from what we can tell, it sounds like they were, by our standards, depraved society based on bloodlust. Like,
it seems like they were a depraved society regardless.
yeah.
We think
Because
there's
they're-
potentially aliens who are, angels.
But, like, is this, like, they all have 6 fingers, right?
This sculpture.
Are they are they different than us? Like, did we?
I don't fucking know.
I don't think you lose a digit.
They've found skulls. They haven't found full skeletons.
Right. Maybe they ate the hands, but anyway, the fact that like, this one's gonna be a real mind worm for me. Thanks a lot.
I told you it's gonna fuck with your brain.
I like it though. I like this kind of stuff. This is the shit I like to read about.
Well,
like,
this is what happens when you tear down the statues, when you try to cover up history.
They tried.
We get no answers.
Well, it just makes it louder, right?
yeah.
Because when you try to tear down the statues, you amplify them, and they tried to cover them up, and now they're more well preserved than ever.
And now when you uncover what was lost to history, we have more questions than answers, and we can kind of turn this into probably something that's not.
We can make it whatever we want.
Yeah.
Like
choose
literally
your own
in one of the
adventure.
articles I read, they're like, people know so little, and this is so like outside of what anyone expected that your guess is as good as an expert's.
so you're saying we should commemorate Karahan Tepe?
I think we should wildly speculate about it.
Oh no, I think so too.
Yeah.
I think it's great. Especially with the Turkish thing, you mentioned this too. Like with the flood aspect, it would line up if it's on the border of Turkey and Syria. When the Mediterranean spilled into the Black Sea to create the flood, that's what a lot of people think the Diluvian
Right.
flood is for. or what that was. I mean, that really lines up. Huh.
With this fucked up society.
Yeah.
What'd you learn?
I think I could thrive here.
In Skull Land?
Yeah.
Wienerville?
I think I'd be okay. I think I'd be a part of that cult. I don't want to be the opposite.
I mean, what'd you do when you were in a fraternity? How active were you?
I was like social chair,
Okay.
Yeah, you might do well there.
Yeah. all right.
social
You'd be-
recruitment chair,
You'd be dick pit chair.
recruitment chair.
Yeah, recruitment chair. There you go.
You never pledge ed or anything like that? No. Yeah. I did,
I didn't want to waste my time with those kids.
I did pledge ed.
I did pledge ed as well.
Yeah. Taking them through initiation and shit was fucking
Actually, we would have been the dick pit chair.
Yeah. I'm like, dunk them. Guys, like the 20th one. All right. Fucking next. Oh, my God.
'em.
Yeah. All right. Slit his throat. He didn't do it right. Yeah. All right. Just slit his throat. Get him out of here. Jesus Christ.
Appease the snake man.
Yeah. Jesus. Snake is Christ.
Can you snake is Christ? Well, if you want to get real deep into conspiracy too, this could also, if you have the snake human, like kind of symbiosis there in the paintings.
Eden situation.
Snake.
Fucking snake. And the
Yeah.
apple.
Also, if you think about, if you want to go real deep into lizard people, which Dan knows I will.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Not today.
Let's not get
Okay.
this
And then
channel canceled.
who was today's Hitler?
Probably the people that covered up the society. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Could have
trying
been
to-
themselves.
Could have been themselves, but
You think they self-destructed?
They
Like coughing
like they were just like, fuck this.
or wheezing?
Or what if God was just like,
nope, this won't do.
I mean, it's really fucking weird.
Yeah. Who the Hitler would be? I mean, yeah, the ones committing a genocide would
Yeah.
probably be whoever got rid of them, whether it's themselves or someone else.
I'm going to go with the just actual people
The people are Hitler, yeah.
that lived at
That's the
Karahan
easy
Tepe
answer,
or
right?
the Hitlers, the weird rapist dick cult.
Seems like they're getting a raw deal here. Got to hear both sides. They didn't write anything down.
That's their fault.
You don't leave records.
If you don't take the stand,
Yeah, pleading the fifth doesn't make you look more innocent.
Yeah. If you don't testify, that's your fucking fault.
Yeah.
Here's my other.
What if in the Bible they're the good guys? They just lost because history is written by the winners.
History is written by the winners, and God is a winner.
Maybe it was like just
The six finger thing really fucks me.
it's really weird with the Mayan thing too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look that up as well.
That's fine.
Whatever.
Do your own research.
Do you understand? I highly recommend reading about this. Like I said, I gave you the fucking, as the people of Karahan Tepe would say, just the tip. Just the tip of the dick. Definitely read more about it. It is crazy. That's all I got for today. Please, again, like and subscribe. We got merch at softcorehistory.com. Patreon.com/softcorehistory. Mm-hmm. Anything else you want to tell the peeps?
No, I think that's it.
About it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to have a good dinner Friday night.
Yeah, we should get some
Graham
Graham.
Gigi for the gift card. It's finally
Gigi,
gonna-
you are a queen.
Yeah, seriously, Gigi, thank you.
But yeah.
Well, for Dan Regester and Jake Goldman, I am Rob Fox.
You just got soft served, Dickville.